What's up, party people? My name is Daryl Wilson, and today in this video, I'll be showing you guys how to use Facebook ads step by step. So after watching this video, you guys will go from a beginner with Facebook ads all the way to an expert where you guys can manage and create your own campaigns for your business. I'll show you guys how to create your ad from scratch. I'll then show you guys how to select specific audiences. Then we'll talk about how to pick locations for your Facebook ads. Now, Facebook ads are actually really effective, and here's a few reasons on why you guys should be using Facebook ads. Number one, according to HubSpot's 2021 State of Marketing report, Facebook is the social media channel that provides marketers with the highest ROI. ROI means return on your investment. Over 40% of marketers cited that Facebook is the most effective channel for their business, followed by roughly 30% who saw the highest ROI from Instagram, which is another Facebook-owned social platform. By comparison, the other social channels on the list, including LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Snapchat, all ranked much lower, with less than 10% citing each platform as the best channel for ROI. Number two, Facebook is the world's third most visited website. It's outranked only by Google and YouTube. When people spend time online, there's a good chance they're spending it on Facebook, and many of the times they'll be looking at ads that you create. Number three, Facebook users spend more than 34 minutes a day using their platform. eMarketer had predicted a drop in time spent on Facebook in 2020, but the pandemic definitely changed that. Facebook users spend around 34 minutes a day checking out pictures, liking, and commenting on posts. Number four, 2/3 of the Facebook users visit a local business page at least once a week. It's not just big brands succeeding with Facebook marketing. Although they are certainly using Facebook too, local businesses can use Facebook to create lasting connections with repeat customers within their own communities. This often leads to repeating customers for your business. Number five, an average user clicks on at least 12 ads per month. That's one in every 2.5 days. Although that does not seem like a huge number, just remember that not all ads require a click to be effective. So if you think no one will click on your ad, you are in for a big surprise. We will also go over ads that have already been ran and explain the analytics that we have ran with real money. In step one, we'll cover how to create a Facebook page. Making sure you have a professional looking Facebook page is half the battle, and we'll talk more about this in step one. Step two, create the ad. What I've seen missing from most Facebook ad tutorials on YouTube is the design of the ad itself. The ad itself is the most important aspect of this entire tutorial, and in this video, I'll show you which ads perform the best and how to make top-notch performing ads that get clicks and engagement. Step three, Meta Business Suite Overview. Facebook constantly changes their interface, and the Business Suite can get very confusing for new beginners, so I'll explain what the difference is between the Business Suite and also the Ads Manager. Step four, Intro to the Ads Manager. The Ads Manager is a more complex platform to create your Facebook ads. Here you can create advertisements and campaigns based off specific goals and audiences. You can also perform A/B split testing and many more features which I'll talk about in this video. Step five, tools and resources to help you. Having access to tools are vital for continuous Facebook ad success. I'll give you guys some great tools that you can use to help you create top performing ads for your business. So with all that said, let's go ahead and go to step one and talk about how to create your Facebook page. All right, so in step one, we first need to create a Facebook fan page. Now remember, this cannot be a personal account. It must be a fan page because Facebook does not allow you guys to run ads on your personal account. You guys will need to have a fan page in order to run Facebook ads. Now, here's an example of a successful fan page. So this is my current fan page right here. You guys can see that I was very decorated with my page. You know, I added a big background image right here. I added also a professional image of myself. And then on all of my posts, we can see that we have a lot of engagement, right? So I shared one of my videos and it got 6 shares, 7 comments, and 37 likes. So we can see that people are engaging with my ads. Now, I'll be very honest, once you guys build up the fan page, it doesn't really require a lot of work, you know, but initially getting there, it does take time. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty hard to build up your fan page, but once you kind of build up that audience, it kind of, it's like a snowball effect. It kind of carries itself from there. Here's another video that I posted where I just, talked about one of my YouTube videos. And then right here, I gave out some free stuff and it got a lot of shares, a lot of comments, and a lot of likes. So you do need to provide value for your page, right? And you do want to stay consistent. So you want to keep posting. You want to let people know that you're alive. That's kind of why you guys use a Facebook fan page. You want to show that social proof that you're in business and that you're an active business and you didn't disappear or go out of business, right? So you guys can go ahead and check out my fan page. There is a link below to it. Now, I have a video dedicated to creating a Facebook fan page from scratch. I don't want to remake it all over again because I already made it right here. It's about 27 minutes long. But in this, I go in detail on to exactly what to put For example, we have categories, what kind of description you should put. Also put your location, because all this gets picked up by Google, right? So if you add in enough description, you can influence search engines to pick up your page and it'll start popping up in the Google search. Also, I do recommend websites where you guys can use Facebook banners and stuff like that. So if you guys do not have a Facebook page, I highly recommend to watch this video. It's about 27 minutes long, but if you guys do already have a Facebook page or you feel like you got it all down, let's go ahead and move on to the next section and let's talk about how to create professional ads. Hey guys, welcome to section 2. So in this part of the video, I'll be explaining how to create ads, and I'll also be explaining if video ads are more effective or image ads. But let's first go ahead and just walk you through this page. Now this is a test page that I created. However, I did use real money to test everything else, and I want to show you guys what this looks like and kind of explain to you what you're looking at when you are using Facebook ads. All right, so this is my current Facebook page, and I actually ran this one right here as a real advertisement. So this one right here, it reached around 11,000 people with around 100 clicks. All right, and if I keep scrolling down here, you'll see that this page has tremendous reach. So it started getting massive engagement. I mean, only in 1 month, it got around 2,000 post engagements, and people were actively asking me about my services, and I had to inform them that this was only a test account and only for testing purposes. And they were kind of bummed out because they said, hey man, I really like the ad. I think it looks great, right? But let me just give you guys an example of a real life ad right here. So this right here is an ad that I ran, and right here, I'm gonna click on view results. All right, so here's an overview about my ad, right? So right here, we have the link clicks, we have the reach, and the cost per link click, which was $1.50. Also below that, we have the type of engagement. So we have post engagement, 3-second video plays, and link clicks. So 3-second video plays are people who are just actively watching the video. So there were a lot of people who actually just sat and kind of watched the video. We had around 100 link clicks, and these are people who actively went to the website and actually engaged, and they might have done something on my website. Again, I did get 2 emails asking about my services, but I had to tell them that I was a fictitious company and we were just doing this for testing purposes. But if I were to get a client from those 2 clicks, I mean, that's only $150, and I probably would charge my website or their services like, a couple $1,000. So it would have worked out for me pretty well. And here we have some analytics about the actual audience. So this is the ratio of men and women who have clicked on the ad. We can also see the placement, right? So it appears that mobile app newsfeed appeared on the most, second to marketplace mobile in-stream video, and also Instagram stories. And then for locations, we can see that this strictly showed in Nevada because I only want to attract users in Nevada because for this specific business, I am a web design company that's located in Las Vegas. So that's how we can actually see like what's going on here. And if you want to see the ad itself, you'll just click on view ad, and this was the ad that was displaying to the users. Now, what do I recommend to creating ads? Should you guys use Facebook stock photos, or should you guys use third-party services? In my personal opinion, I would highly go with third-party services. The Facebook ads, like the generic material, it's like stock photos. It's really nothing that relates to your brand, and I feel like you should always create something custom that represents your business. So let me go ahead and introduce you guys to 2 different websites on where you guys can create some really effective advertisements for your Facebook pages. Now, the first one is obviously Canva. Canva is a great free resource where you guys can create Facebook videos, images. They have tons of free, amazing content. They do also have a pro upgrade for this website. For my videos, I did use a pro upgrade. You guys can also use something like placeit.net. This is also an amazing website. However, it is not free. You guys will have to pay for it. But for what they offer, it's pretty incredible. You can actually hire these models right here, and they will wear your brand, they'll wear your logo. So if you want to showcase your website as a very popular company, you guys can use something like this video, and you can use your brand on all of their t-shirts. You guys can do the same thing for coffee mugs, for I mean, they have them for everything. So right here, you guys can put your logo on all of these actors. And I do like that because a lot of websites don't have this feature. So I think like Placeit really helps solve that problem of social proof. By having all these good looking models wearing your stuff, people are really inclined to click on your advertisements. But for this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and use Canva, and I'll walk you guys through on how to create a really successful Facebook ad that will get clicks and engagements. Now, before we do this, you guys might be asking yourself, Daryl, should we use a image or should we use a video? So here's some quick analytics about Facebook videos versus images. So according to Promo, which is a very large promo company for Facebook advertisements, they receive up to 30% more views with video than any other ad. So with this sort of information, I would never use images, only because if there's a way to utilize your money better, why would you waste it on images when videos are proven to be up to 30% more effective? And you probably know the same thing. You would rather click on a video, right? If there's some guy talking to you or doing something, it's more engaging than just showing some picture. It's very boring, right? So videos are the way to go, and I highly recommend to use video ads. Even on my page right here, this is actually a video ad, but it's a very interesting ad because it looks sort of like an image, but it's a video. So it's kind of like, oh, it's a moving image video. It's very interesting. So let me go ahead and walk you guys through on how to create one. So go ahead and go to canva.com. There is a link below. You guys can use this for free. It does not cost you guys anything whatsoever. And I'll walk you guys through on how to create a very successful video ad. All right, let's do this. So once you guys are here, you guys might find video, right? So go ahead and click on video, and then you'll see video right here. And make sure it's 1920 by 1080, and I'll go ahead and walk you guys through how to create one. All right, now before we begin, I just want to say that the Facebook ad itself is the most important part of the ad, right? So not the A/B split testing. You don't want to make very generic, boring ads, and just ask yourself, would you click on this ad? If you wouldn't click on the ad, then it's probably not good enough, right? So you always want to push yourself to just create engaging content, right? So let's go ahead and find a video for us. So first I'm going to scroll down. And there's obviously tons of different videos you guys can use. I highly recommend to go with the Pro, because with the Pro version, you guys do have access to a lot more templates that look really nice that these professionals made from scratch. But for this tutorial, let's just keep it very basic, right? Here we have explainer video. I'm gonna go ahead and click on this girl right here with this explainer video. Let's go ahead and click on apply all 4 pages, and this will load all of the ads, right? Now, first, let's just click on play. All right, here we go. So we have our ad, it's playing. And I like this because it's inviting, right? So you're kind of selling a service, and at the same time, you're also creating a really nice ad. Now it's probably, it's rendering, it's loading, but that's okay. We don't need the ad to run 100%. So let's go ahead and go over here, and let's first just go ahead and change things. Now, let's say, for example, you guys want to add a logo or something, or you want to put in your company name. All you'll need to do right here is just double click and put, your company name, right? Company name. And at the top right here, we have a few options, right? So maybe you want to change this to something like black, right? So we can do that. You guys can also use this right here and change the actual font. So if you want to change the font to something that represents your company, you guys can go ahead and do that there. And then also we do have other options where you guys can bold it, you guys can italicize it, and just other options to decorate the font. And then also here we have effects where we can create like a shadow, or you guys can use like kind of like that glitch style, something like that, right? And then also we can go ahead and animate it as well. So if you want to like animate it in, you can see how we can animate the actual text in, and we can, put it up or something like that. It's really up to you. But that's how you guys can get a little bit more creative and kind of, design the actual text and stuff. Now, let's say, for example, we added our company name, right? And we also want to go ahead and do the second slide, this one. However, right here, we're missing text. So let's now insert some text and also insert maybe our logo. So right here, I'll click on text, and here it says add a heading. I'll click on add a heading. Oh, let's go, oh, my bad. Go ahead and delete this really quick. All right, my bad. Here, let's go ahead and double click right here. And on this slide, we're gonna add a text. There we go, my bad. I wasn't looking, I was looking at the camera. It wasn't my fault, So I'll go ahead and put it down here. And I wanna change this to black, right? And for step 2, this will be something like, I don't know, like nails, fixed nails, right? So we're letting people know that we're fixing the nails, and we're kind of just creating some sort of engaging post, right? So let's just see how this looks from here. All right, fix nails, be gentle. You guys get it, right? And number 4, we can go ahead and put in our websites. And right here, you just put in like your website, darrowwilson.com. But we also do need to add in our logo. So on the left side right here under uploads, we'll go ahead and click on upload media. Now this is where you guys can insert your logo. So you just go ahead and find it on your computer, and then you can upload it to the website. However, I already have a image of myself right here. I've had my one of my clients, you know, we have her stuff, and we also have her other clients, but we're gonna go ahead and use this one here, right? And we're gonna shrink that down, right? And just put it right there, you know, right there, you know, there we go. There we go. So let's go ahead and take a look right here. Let's go ahead and step back here, and let's go ahead and play this one more time. All right, so we have the, you know, the girl, she's doing her hair, whatever, and then voila, we have our logo. So that's how you guys can use this to create really effective ads, and I highly recommend to use video ads. They're a lot more effective than just basic, boring images, right? So you guys will have to go through the process and kind of pick a video, mess around with it, but I highly recommend to use their templates. Just replace the text with whatever company you are, and then you guys can use that ad on your Facebook ad. So here's some ads that I was using before. I used this one right here, and all I did was I created a, you know, just like a get your website, right? So get your websites. Now you guys can also reduce the size of the font to prevent it from breaking like that. So for example, we can do something like that, but just make sure that it's visible on the ad itself. If the text is too small, it'll be hard to read. I always recommend to bold text, because when you bold text, it's actually a lot more visible for the actual ad, right? Because here you can see it, but if you see it from Facebook, it might be harder to read. So here we go. You know, we have get your website, right? You know, something like that. And we can say that we are like a makeup company or something, or a makeup web design, whatever. But this is just an example. You know, it just depends on how you want to run the ad. Maybe you want to attract women for this ad, and then you can also run another ad like this one right here, where we can, you know, try to invite men, right? Because this is more of a darker color, it's gradient, it's more tech savvy. So here I can say, like, you know, get your website now, and then we can download this, and then we can upload this to our Facebook page. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and download this ad that I created right here. Now, once you guys are done making the ad itself, all you guys will need to do is over here under the top right here, you'll see this download. Go ahead and click on download, and then click on download. And now you can download this to your desktop, or you can upload it to your Facebook page, and then you can boost the post. Now, also, if you guys do decide not to use video image, video for your posts, no problem. They do also have a Facebook section right here where they have tons of really nice templates. In fact, I have used some. So maybe you just want to create something, you know, just to, like, you know, Merry Christmas or something, or just like a small little reminder. They do have tons of Facebook posts that you guys can use. This is one I use right here, and this is just like, you know, this is just like a generic advertisement, but they do also have a lot of good advertisements that you guys can use and select. Many of these are for free, so you guys can use this as like a primary resource for all of your Facebook ads. All right, so I went ahead and I downloaded my Facebook ad that I created. Now what I'm gonna do is take this and I'm going to upload it now to my Facebook fan page. So let's go back over here. And what I'm first going to do is go ahead and click on create posts. Now, one tip of advice, if you guys are creating Facebook ads, people love analytics. So if I tell you guys, did you know 90% of people fail because of this, or 40% of people do this because of that, it really increases engagement for your posts. So what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna go ahead and put in some statistics. Did you know 80% of businesses fail without a website? Get a free quote and start your website today. But analytics, people love analytics. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to upload that video that I created. So I'll go ahead and click on add videos. Here is the actual video itself, and I'll click on open. All right, so the video did upload. Now, when you upload the video, it might look gray, but you guys first do want to click on video options. Now, this will actually tell Facebook what this is. So I'll put like web design ad. And then for the tags, you want to let people know that this is related to web design, right? So let's go ahead and just see if we can find web design. All right, comma, whatever. And I'm sure they have other categories we can go ahead and take a look at. Now, the reason why we do this is because we want to let Facebook know what we're doing. This is very similar to Google's alt text. So if you guys are in web design and you guys are uploading images to your website, you do have the description of the image and also the alternative text. This is the same exact thing. So this does help Facebook share it to other people, and just, you know, it helps the algorithm out. So what I'll do here is click on save and then click on post. All right, and awesome, here we go. So we have our ad, and here we go. We have get a new website, and it's a great ad, you know, so we just basically recreated this same ad. Obviously, you guys can change the text or whatever you want, but it's a very nice looking Facebook post that we can later boost to an ad. Now, my personal opinion, guys, is always actually like your post. People are gonna say, well, don't do that, man, because then like that's kind of like a loser thing. When people see likes and people see comments, they are more inclined to engage on that post. And since you're spending money on this, you might want to do that because it invites people to click and, you know, comment on your video. So right here, I'll put, thanks guys, you know, any questions? I do this all the time on my YouTube videos. And the reason why is because when you go to a YouTube video and you see 0 comments, you're not really encouraged to actually, you know, comment on the video. But if there's me commenting and saying, hey, we welcome comments, you know, what did you guys think? We're increasing engagement. So that's why I always recommend to like your actual post and to comment, because this might spark conversation. All right, cool. So now that we know how to create really nice looking ads that are engaging and you guys have, you know, your tools now to create ads, now let's talk about the Meta Business Suite. Now, before I boost this post, I do quickly want to talk about the Meta Business Suite. There is a lot of confusion with beginners and Meta Business Suites, and I'll go ahead and explain the difference between Meta Business Suite versus the Ads Manager as well in this next section. So let's go ahead and go on to section 3, which is talking about the Meta Business Suite. Now, before we go on and talk about the ads like the Business Suite and the Ads Manager, I first want to clarify the difference between both platforms. Now, it can be a little confusing as a beginner to see both of these platforms and not really know where to advertise. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, the Business Suite, which is the very section we will be talking about, this is where you can manage your ads, create posts, see the analytics, and manage your Facebook page account. Now, the Ads Manager, this is where you can create ads in more detail, okay? So here you can A/B split test and you just have a more detailed display of your ads. So in this very next section, I'll be introducing you guys to the Business Suite. All right, so welcome to the Meta Business Suite section. Now in this part of the video, I'll just be quickly explaining a little bit about the Meta Business Suites. Now, in my personal opinion, I think Facebook may actually get rid of the Ads Manager in the future and do everything from the Meta Business Suites, because I have seen them constantly update this platform and they're adding more integrations for it. So we could see this be the main platform for creating campaigns for your Facebook ads. Now, if you guys don't know where to go on how to get to this screen, all you have to do right here is just go under the Manage Page section and click on the Meta Business Suite while you're viewing the page, and it'll bring you to this screen right here. This does cause a lot of confusion. Even myself, I think Facebook should probably either get rid of one or the other platform, because now we have 2 platforms that are kind of butting heads here, because you can create ads from the Meta Business Suite as well, yet you can also do it from the Ads Manager. However, if you guys do make ads from the Meta Business Suite, there is a lot more restrictions on how you can advertise, so I'll cover all of that in this part of the video. But the Meta Business Suite, this is essentially where you can manage your business page. So you can see all of the notifications about your page over here under Inbox. If someone does send you a message, you can go ahead and respond to them right here. Also, posts and stories. You guys can create posts and stories. So essentially, you can, again, manage your page all from right here. Next, we have the Commerce section. We also have Planner. And this is where you can create little planners and stuff like that. Now, keep in mind, guys, a lot of this stuff is in beta at the time of making this video. So if this changes from 3 months from now, 6 months from now, I do apologize, but I'm just doing the best I can. Over here is the ads. So whenever you create ads, they will all be displayed right here. And they do give you a lot of analytics about your ads. So let's take a quick look. So here we have the reach, the post engagements, and the link clicks, and also through plays. You can also select like how like when you want, you know, the analytics of the last 7 days, last 30 days, and stuff like that. You also can see the recent ads that you have created. You can see the reach and just more analytics about all of the stuff that you have, all the ads that you have created. And right here, we can click on all ads. And this is where you can see all of the current ads, ones that are completed and also the ones that are active, right? So again, you can manage all of the ads right here. Also, you can click on view results and you can see how the ad itself is performing. And this is actually where they drag you into the ads manager. But we're not going to get into this just yet, but let's just first go back to the business suite and just keep tackling this one by one. Now the insights, this is where you're going to see more insights about your ads, like the performance, the results, and who is engaging in your for your ads, right? So we have the results here. We can see that we have a lot of people that can now see the actual page. What's also really cool is once you guys advertise, you can see here that we did not advertise whatsoever. Yet after we advertised, we did reach a lot of people, yet it's still being recommended to other people. So they can see it, even though we are not paying for it, which is really cool. Here we have the number of Facebook page visits, how many likes that we've gotten, and we have paid reach and impressions. Now impressions are when people actively see your ad, but they don't take any action. So they just saw it, like they just saw it and that's it, right? So that's what impressions is, right? We did spend around $800, but we did this because we wanted to show you guys what you can expect when you run ads, right? Here we go, contents. And this is just the actual contents of the what's on our page right here. You guys can boost posts from right here, but we'll do that in just a bit. And then right here we have audience, and this does show you the people who are actively engaging on your post. So here we have 17% women, 17% men for the age bracket of 25 to 34. So it shows you the age and it also shows you the gender, right? And over here, we do have top cities, top countries, and then also the other pages where people are also, advertising as well. So yeah, this is where you get all of your analytics for all of your, all your ads. Right here, we'll click on all tools. Now the all tools section, this is again where you can just access everything all over again. They just put it in here again, I guess, for whatever reason. But you can also update your billing method and page settings and stuff like that. At the bottom right here, we have settings. And settings is again where you can assign more users for your Facebook page. So if you want to assign users to create ads on your behalf, you can do all of that right here. There are some other options right here like business assets, requests, and more business settings. And you guys can check all that out later. That's just, technical stuff. And yeah, but let's first go ahead and talk about how to create an ad right here. So what we can do here is we can create a post, story, and we can also create an ad. Now, when you create a post, this is just like making a Facebook post, right? So this is not an advertisement. This is only a post. It's really up to you if you guys want to do it from here. There really is no added incentive to create a post from the Meta Business Suite versus your own page. It's strictly up to you. However, once you create that post, you can go ahead and boost that post, or you can go ahead and create an ad right here. So let's go ahead and walk you guys through the process of creating an ad. So now you're brought to this page where you need to choose a goal, right? So what do you want out of this Facebook ad? Well, you can say, I want more messages. I want people to actively visit my website, which is a very popular one. Boost my posts. We have get more leads and also promote your page. So just depending on your goal, you would go ahead and select a goal right here. However, I'm gonna go ahead and select get more website visitors because I think a lot of people using this service want people to sort of engage on their website, maybe buy something on their website or purchase a service. So I'm gonna click on get more website visitors. Now here you have the description of your actual ad, right? This is the ad itself. And then you also do have some more options. So they do give you an ad preview on the right side. So create your WordPress tutorial or website step by step for free. So right now we have a brief description of the ad, and we also do have an ad preview. If we scroll down, we can go ahead and modify the entire ad itself by adjusting all of this. But first, let's just go ahead and go step by step and just show you what we're doing here. So the first thing that you want to do is add description. So on the right side, you can see we have create your WordPress website step by step for free, yada, yada, yada. However, I'm actually a web design company. So I want to get people to sign up for my service or maybe ask a question about our company. So let's go ahead and add in some description. So what should I say? Let's think here. I'm a web design company. I want people to buy my service. So let's go ahead and let's figure something out here. So did you know 80% of people fail without a website? Learn how we got Jenny a new website And now she is making 400% more revenue. That is a great headline. Holy crap, that is a great one. You guys can steal that from me if you guys want to. Now, one tip of advice, guys, people love analytics, right? When you're on Facebook and you see people saying 60% of girls say this or 50% of men think that, there's something about analytics that just fascinates us. And I love it too. I'm like, wow, I gotta know more. You know, I want to see this study. You know, that sounds very interesting. So create very interesting headlines. Descriptions are a big part of the ad, right? Now, below that, we have the media, right? Now, personally, I would always recommend going with video. Like we talked about earlier, video is much more engaging. A lot of people feel that video gets more attention, right? When you see a video, you're just inclined to watch the video. But if it's just some boring image, it can sort of deter people. And studies do show that videos have a much higher conversion rate than images. So what I'll do right here is I'll go ahead and select a media. Now for the headline right here, you can see it says Daryl Wilson, home of the, but this is too much text. We want to say something powerful yet simple. So let's just say something like get your website today, right? Or get service now. Something to make the user take action, right? So get a website today. And then below that we have learn more. That's just saying like if you click on this, you'll learn more, but you can always change the button label. You know, it's to book now, contact us, request time, see menu, sign up. I kind of like contact us. You know, I think learn more, it's not really, it's too passive in my opinion. I like contact us because you're telling them to do something. I like that more, a little bit more better. The website URL, you're going to put the link of wherever you want these people to go to right here. So you'd want to put your websites right here. Special ad category. This is more for employment, political issues, and elections and stuff like that. If you are advertising in some sort of political campaign or social issues like racism or something, you want to go ahead and select this right here. I'm not sure if Facebook will approve your ad if it's like political or if it's racial and you don't tell them. I think you do have to tell them about that. So right here, you'd go ahead and click on that, and then you tell them we are doing it for social issues or for housing or for employment or whatever, right? Next, we have who should see your ad, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on this. Now, the first step is you're going to select the gender. Now, if you want both genders, you can say men and women. If you want all of them, you would just put all, right? Next, you'll put the age, right? Now, personally, I am in the business of web design. So I think people a little older, maybe in their 30s to their 65. The reason why I don't put people under 30 for my specific niche is because I think a lot of people who are like in their 20s or in their early 20s, they probably go to like Wix or something, or they go to these cheap websites that gives them websites, and it's probably not my target audience. However, older people, they don't really know about a lot of these websites, right? So I want to target those people, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong with the older generation not wanting to use Wix because that's my target audience, right? Plus they got a lot of money, so that's what we want to do. All right, now we have locations. So you'd go ahead and select the location that you want your ad to appear in. So I selected Las Vegas here, and next we have a mile radius, right? So we have a 3-mile radius, a 4-mile radius, and we're gonna zoom out here just so you guys can see. And this is basically saying I want to advertise in this specific region, right? You guys can also get a little bit more in detail by going to detailed targeting and clicking on browse. So next we have detailed targeting, and right here you can go ahead and select a specific audience within that specific region. So for example, I'm targeting people who are a little over 30, and I'll click on life events right here, and I'll say maybe people who moved away from family or moved away from their hometown, maybe they're starting a new business somewhere else, right? Or a new job. So therefore I want to offer my services for those specific people. So I'll select both of those, right? Go ahead and select away from hometown, right? And then you can kind of just keep going. You know, you guys can just take a look at some other ones. Like here we have, I don't know, parents, all parents, maybe like parents with teenagers or something. You know, maybe they're at stay-home parents and they're a little bored and they want to start a side business on the side. I'll go ahead and select some other interests. We can also go ahead and select interests. So this is what the people that you are targeting actively want to do, right? So I'll go ahead and click on business and industry. And maybe I'll just say maybe people who are in these businesses, maybe they might need a website, right? So I'll go ahead and target these specific people as well, all right? And then we also have behaviors. So this is what they actively are doing, right? So maybe expats, right? Maybe expats who live abroad, maybe they need websites. So I'll go ahead and select, all right, I'll select these guys as well, all right? And then we also have more categories, which it looks like doesn't have any more categories. So that is the difference between behaviors, right? These are actions that the people are actively taking, right? So if they're an expat, they have moved somewhere else. Interests are what they are already interested in. And the demographics is just like the demographics of the stats of the people in that specific region. So whatever they're doing in that area, that's what you're going to target, right? So that's how you guys can apply detailed targeting to your campaigns. Now, there are a little bit more options in the Ads Manager where it goes a little bit more in detail. However, I'm just giving you guys a presentation of the Meta Business Suite, right? So this is all we got. You know, this is what I'm showing you guys, but a lot of people might want to use this and not use the Ads Manager. That's why I'm showing you guys how to use this, right? So we have the audience selected, and then we have to select a scheduled date, right? So March 18th to, I don't know, the 23rd, 25th, something like that, right? So 7 days. And this is going to be your daily budget. So how much are you willing to spend every single day on these ads, right? I'm going to say something like 10 bucks, right? So $10, right? And I recommend you guys starting just around $5 to $10 just to see how it all works out. If people bite, you know, then maybe increase your budget more. Maybe you might get more business. But yeah, I'll put mine at $10. Next, we have placements. Now, I think this is very important, right? I would not advertise on Instagram or Messenger. Like, just ask yourself, how many times do you guys actively click on those ads in Messenger, right? Probably never. I mean, I don't. And Instagram ads are extremely weak compared to Facebook ads. People on Instagram, they're just scrolling. They're just scrolling. They don't care. They don't want to buy anything, right? So therefore, I only want my ads to show only on Facebook, right? Next, you have the Meta Pixel. This will be another tutorial where I show you guys how to install a pixel. I'll show you guys how to do it using WordPress, and this essentially tries to track a little bit more about what's going on your websites. And then here we have the payment method, so you guys do need to enter a payment method right here. Once all this is done and you guys are ready to go ahead and click on Schedule. All right, congratulations. So once you guys create the ad, it'll then tell you that it is in review. So it shows you the total budget, the payment method, the goal, and it's in review. If you click on Go to Ad Center, it'll show that your ad is in review, and later down the road, it will be approved. Probably within a few hours. It's pretty quick. So yeah, that's a overview of the Meta Business Suites and everything here inside of it. If you guys have any questions about this, feel free to let me know in the comments below. My personal opinion is I think that the Ads Manager eventually will be phased out, and I think that Meta Business Suite will be the primary area to do all the advertising. And we can see it because they constantly update this. They constantly update this whole interface. In fact, when I was making this video, they actively changed the interface. And if we look at the Ads Manager, we can see more and more that it looks more and more dated, right? And they're focusing more on the ads, on the Meta Business Suite. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. If this does change in a few months from now, I will update the video. But that is an overview of the Meta Business Suite. So now that we talked about this, let's go ahead and move on to the next section and talk about the Ads Manager. All right, welcome to the Ads Manager section of this video. So in this part of the video, I'll be explaining all the differences between campaigns, ad sets, ads. We'll go ahead and create an ad, and I'll walk you guys through the different ads and the different type of goals. Now, let's first go ahead and just talk about the interface. Now, again, this interface might change in 3 months from now, and if it does, my bad. You know, that's just what Facebook does. But all these options here on the left side, these actually redirect you to the Meta Business Suite. So again, like I told you before, they're trying to push everyone to the Meta Business Suite. So this is the Ads Manager, but if you guys click on like Account Overview or something like that, it just takes you back to the Meta Business Suites. So these are my current ads, right? And this shows you like the delivery, it shows you this bid strategy, it shows you how much we've paid for, the selling, and also the results of the actual ads itself. Now, before we go ahead and we talk about the actual ad and create one, let me first explain the difference between campaigns, ad sets, and also ads, which can be quite confusing. All right, so let's go over this. Terms to remember: the ad campaign. This is where you would want to tell Facebook what you want from your ads. This is the goal of your ads, right? The second is ad sets. This will tell Facebook who will see your ad and where your ad will display or show up. And the last one is ads, right? This is the actual visual ad itself, okay? So that is the difference between ad campaign, ad sets, and the ads. All right, so now that we understand that, let's first just go ahead and create our first campaign, right? So to create a campaign from the ads manager, right here, you'll click on plus create. All right, so here we go. We have the first campaign. Now, again, Facebook, I believe, will be getting rid of the detailed targeting. I'm not really sure because right here, they are giving us a marketing objective, right? However, this is a little bit broad. And if you click on take a tour, it then goes into a little bit more detail. Now, before, Facebook used to just bring you to this page right here and not to that previous page. However, I do believe that they are trying to simplify and make it more user-friendly. Now, we have 3 different objectives. We have awareness, consideration, and conversions. Let me first explain the difference between each of these methods. First, let's go ahead and talk about awareness, right? So awareness is the objectives that generates interest in your product or services. Essentially, you are trying to show your ad in as many places as possible to get people interested in your product. Now, the one drawback about awareness ads is that they are very broad, and that means they're a little bit more weaker, right? So they don't have that narrow targeting. However, you're just trying to get the name out. Like whenever you guys watch like a sport or you guys see some sort of brand on some sort of UFC boxing, that is an example of awareness. They're just trying to showcase Red Bull at the UFC fights or something, right? They're just trying to get their name out, and that is an example of awareness. So increasing brand awareness is about telling people what makes your business valuable. Okay, let's give you guys an example. Jasper's Market is going to launch a small regional chain of grocery stores. Using the brand awareness objective, they can create a campaign that highlights their fresh organic produce to people in the local area. So they're just going to start saying, oh, look, we're new in the area, right? They're not specifically targeting people. They're just saying we're new in the area and this is where we're at, right? Now let's talk about the next option, which is consideration. Objectives that get people to think about your business and to seek more information. So consideration is a little bit more narrow, right? So you're not really focused on the large audience. You're focused on people that are only interested in a specific niche. For example, Jasper Market has a website that tells their story and lists some of their store's unique offerings. So now we're kind of taking those offerings and we're saying, do you want to try this, right? So now we're no longer going with this broad approach. We're now narrowing it down to a few people, right? And then we have the last one, which is conversions. Using the traffic objective, they can create a campaign that encourages people to visit their store to learn more. Conversions, objectives that encourage people to be interested in your business, to buy or to use the product or service. Let's give you guys an example. Jasper Market has opened a few new locations, right? Using the store traffic objective, they can now create a campaign to encourage potential customers to now stop and visit their store, right? So at first we were being broad, just telling people in the area. Second, we were just sending offers saying, hey, how's this offer? How's this offer? You know, what do you like about it? Now we're saying, come visit our store, buy something, right? So you can see the difference between each type of campaign. So that's the difference between awareness, consideration, and conversions. All right, so now that you guys understand a little bit about awareness, consideration, and conversions, I'm just going to focus on one. I'll just click on traffic, but you would want to go ahead and select a campaign that makes more sense to you. I'll go ahead and click on traffic and click on continue. So here we go. We have a few different options, and it looks like they minimize this for us, but right here it says traffic, and I will click on continue. All right, so now we have to give our campaign a name. Now, personally, I use a lot of YouTube ads. I spend like $100 grand a year on YouTube ads, and I always try to name campaigns that I remember and I can just look at and be like, oh yeah, I know what that's about, right? So let's say, for example, I am a web designer and I'm offering services in Nevada. So I'll do like web design, here NV, and then I'll just do like 30 plus, right? So just by looking at this campaign, I already know what it is, right? So I know it's for web design, Nevada, and it's for people 30 over. This does help you with comparing it to other ads because you can see like the names of it, and then you can kind of compare those to the other ads in your ad campaigns. Also for special ad categories, like we talked about earlier, you'll go ahead and select that here. Here we have the buying type, and we also have the campaign objective. So we did select the campaign objective as well. The auction right here, this is pretty much standard. So just depending on what other people are paying, you're just going to have to pay more or less depending on what the market is going for that specific area. So next we have A/B split testing. And A/B split testing is essentially going to create a duplicate campaign. Once you create a duplicate campaign, you can then go ahead and adjust the video or change the image or change the audience or something like that. And that's a way how you guys can determine which ad is more effective. A/B split testing is very popular. I do it on my YouTube ads as well, but I also just make another ad itself and I distinguish it from another because sometimes I feel like the ads are so similar, it's very hard to get correct analytics from that A/B split testing, and that is my personal opinion. Doing A/B split testing, I would rather create a whole nother ad myself and then create some sort of differences, yet keep it a little similar. But hey, that's just my opinion. Now, this is a new option right here, and this is called campaign budget optimization. So instead of actually creating a whole new budget for your second A/B split testing, it'll actually take your entire budget and apply it to both campaigns, right? So your entire budget is being applied to both campaigns. I'll go ahead and turn that on right here. And here we have the daily campaign budgets. I'll just say, we'll just keep this at 15 bucks, right? $15. And once we select all that options, let's go ahead and click on next. All right, so now that we selected the campaign, now we need to select the ad set name. Remember earlier how we talked about the ad set name? This is where you're going to target who will see your ad. Okay, so we actually went through the goal of the ad. Now we're gonna talk about who will see the ad, okay? First, where do I want them to go? Well, we'll put websites, but we also do need to name this ad itself. So I'll just put, this is NV plus 30, right? And again, you guys can name this anything that you want to help you identify and help you remember what's going on. But this is just personally how I do it. Everyone has their own weird way of doing things, and this is just my weird way of doing things. I feel like this just helps me remember things a lot easier. All right, and I want people to visit my websites. So next we have dynamic creative, right? And this is a new option, and this will provide creative elements such as images, headlines, and will automatically generate combination optimized for your audiences. Now, personally, I wouldn't do this because we have already created an ad from scratch and we are already split testing. So we will decide what is more effective and not Facebook. Okay, because they're just going to spend your budget as fast as they can. I mean, they just want to make money. That's all these options are, is to screw you guys out of money, right? So here we go. Now we have scheduling. So we'll go ahead and schedule this. All right, and we can set an end date saying I want this to end on the 24th. We also do have more options here. So you can set a spend limit if you choose to do that, but I'm not going to do that. So now that we've selected some of those options, now we need to select who is going to see the ad. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to do here is right here we have locations, and I am again in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I'm going to select Las Vegas, right? Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. Now, earlier in the ads in the business oversuite, I told you guys about how you cannot restrict specific areas, and that was one feature that was included in the ads manager. All right, so now let's go ahead and exclude an area. So to exclude an area, right here, you'll just click on exclude, and then you'll select the area you want to exclude. Now, I want to exclude California because California is too close to Las Vegas, and therefore I don't want my ad to appear in California whatsoever. So I'm gonna type in California. All right, we're gonna exclude California. We can also exclude other states, like we can exclude Arizona, you know, if we want, or we can exclude Idaho if you wanna do that. But you guys should always exclude areas that get a little bit too close to your targets. The reason why is because if ads do run and the radius is too wide, then the radius will filter into the other states and you'll start losing money on your campaigns. So I would go ahead and exclude the regions around your specific target just in case you guys don't waste any money. All right, so we have excluded California. Now this option is not available in the Meta Business Suite. So that is one pro to using the Ads Manager, is you do get a little bit more detailed targeting with this Ads Manager. Next, we have the age. I'm going to select 30 plus, right? 30 plus, right? 30 to 65, all right? Genders, you can select the gender here. I think, I don't know, all genders. I think, personally, I think women are more inclined to buy than men. And let's be honest, guys, a lot of you guys don't like buying stuff unless it's video games. Okay, let's just be honest. I'm a guy, I like buying video games, and that's pretty much it. Girls, they'll pretty much buy anything. They'll buy anything. They'll buy clothes, they'll buy cleaning supplies, they'll buy more clothes and jewelry. I mean, there's so much stuff they can buy. So yeah, I think women are a better audience to target than men. But hey, let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. All right, so I'm gonna select all. Next, we have detailed targeting, right? So whoever you're trying to target, like their interests or behaviors, you are going to select it here. And personally, if you guys don't know who to target, you guys can just leave this blank, because as long as you guys set a specific radius, you're basically campaigning to everyone in that area. However, if you feel like you want to target specific people with specific interests, you guys can do that here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and click on browse right here. I'll click on interests, and we'll just select everyone in business. Why not? Why not? And Facebook does tell us right here that this will reach a large amount of people. So we know that's gonna be a good idea, right? But once you guys select an interest, we'll go ahead and scroll down. Now you guys can also exclude an audience as well. So for example, if you guys want to exclude low-income people, you guys can do that by clicking on exclude and just excluding another interest right here. So it just really depends on how you want to approach your ad campaigns. Because like for example, I'm in web design and maybe I'm charging like $5,000 plus. Since I'm charging $5,000 plus, I really wouldn't want to attract people in college or people who are looking for a new job, because those people probably could not afford my services, right? Make sense? All right, let's keep going. Here you have detailed targeting expansions. I personally would not check this at all. This is just Facebook's way of just trying to get people to click on your ad more, and these could be irrelevant visits or links, and I'm not really sure. They do change this time to time, guys, so I'm really not sure about this, and I don't think anyone on the internet can give you a solid answer if this is truly effective or not. But hey, that is just my opinion. All right, now we have all languages. So this is actually very helpful, and I use this on my YouTube targeting. So if you're targeting someone that speaks a specific language, maybe you are an immigrant lawyer, a lawyer for immigrants, and you want to attract people from Turkey, then you would go ahead and say, we are a lawyer for immigrants who are from Turkey, and you help represent people from Turkey or something like that. So that's how languages can be very effective, right? You can go ahead and save this audience, and you can use this later for your other campaigns. Over here, we do have more options. Now with more options, you do have connections. I wouldn't do this, guys. I mean, you can if you want, but it's like, you don't know what those other people are interested in. So you might be targeting the wrong people. Usually the more services Facebook offers, the less effective they are, in my opinion. Here we go, we have placements. So automatic placements, this is recommended. This will essentially take your ad and put them on various places, and Facebook will determine where is the best place to place your ad, where it's getting the most clicks and the most conversions. I personally am neutral about this. I'm not really sure, because they do put your ad on a lot of places that I don't like Facebook Marketplace and also Messenger, and I think that's just not effective in my opinion. I would go ahead and select manual placements. I think this is much more effective. The place where you get the most clicks is in the Facebook newsfeed. So Instagram, Messenger, and Audience Network, no thank you. We also do have the Facebook right column, the news feed. I personally would just go ahead and just have the video feeds and the news feeds only. I would get rid of all these other things. Now, stories, that really depends on who you are. If you're like in the industry of food, stories are great, but if you're in the industry of construction or web design, I don't think people with stories really give a crap about construction, guys. I'm sorry if you're in the construction business, but let's be honest, it's just not interesting. Hey, but maybe, I don't know, maybe you can make it interesting. Who knows? In stream, Reels, I would get rid of Reels as well. I think these are just not effective. Personally, I think the best places to showcase ads are in the news feed, right? When you're scrolling down and you see a video, to me, that's the most effective, not some little thing on the side or something like that. So personally, I would go ahead and only check Facebook news feed and the, get rid of that, Marketplace, and the Facebook video feeds. But you guys can test this on your own time. But personally, the most effective conversions usually happen from the news feed. Okay, So let's go ahead and keep scrolling down here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn all of these off, right? They're just making us show up everywhere here, and I don't like that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and uncheck these. All right. Here, let's click on more options. You can select specific devices if you want to do that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and keep scrolling down here. These are just some more options you guys can select. Really not that important. Here we have the optimization and delivery. So the last section, we have optimization and delivery, and I'll go ahead and explain each of these just so you guys get some sort of understanding. All right, so the first one is landing page views. This is going to deliver to people who are more likely to click on your ads link and load the website. All right, link clicks. This to me is the most effective. This is going to deliver ads to people who are most likely to click on the ad. So to me personally, that is the most effective. We also have daily unique reach. We'll deliver your ads to people up to once a day, and also impressions. So impressions are, again, when people actively saw the ad. They don't necessarily have to take action, but they just saw the ad itself. So that's good for branding campaigns, right? But since we are doing a more narrow campaign, I would do link clicks. Oh, nope, link clicks. All right. And once that's done, let's go ahead and scroll up right here just to make sure everything is good and green. RB green. All right, so once that's done, let's click on next. All right, welcome to the actual ad itself. So like we talked about earlier, the ad is the actual visual of the ad. So now we're going to focus on the visual ad itself. And for the ad name, I would put something here that helps you understand which ad creative that you guys used, right? So let's say, for example, we use the women, right? We use that girl for the ad. I would put like something like women video, right? Women video. What this helps me do is that this just helps me remember saying, okay, we targeted the Nevada people over 30, and oh yeah, the ad creative, it was the women video, just so I remember. Because if you're running a lot of ads, it makes sense to create ads that you remember what you're doing, right? Because if you were to just put ad, you're not gonna know like what ad, you know, what did I run? And then you have to click on it, and you know, maybe something will break and then your house burns down, you know, so that's what happens there. So here we go, we have the Facebook page. You'll go ahead and select the page right here. Here, the ad setup. There are a lot of recommendations and stuff like that, but we're just gonna go ahead and make sure that we have single image or video. Now, I'll go ahead and give you guys a brief reminder of the difference between an image versus a video. So let's talk about images versus video. So a lot of people have this debate whether images are more effective or videos are more effective. And let's take a look at what studies have to say about images versus video. Facebook video ads receive 10 to 30% more views than other ad formats. So what that is saying is that video ads are usually the most effective. They are more effective than image campaigns. When it comes to Instagram, organic video posts and video ads get 38% more engagement than images. So even on Instagram, if you guys do decide to link your Instagram and advertise it, the videos do get up to 38% more engagement than just a boring standard image, right? And remember guys, this is your money. You want to utilize it the most cost-effective way. The last one is over 50% of consumers say they want to see more video content from brands they like. So let's say, for example, if there was like a Greenpeace and people are trying to get donations from some sort of, I don't know, poverty place or war or some sort of donation, they usually show videos, right, of people struggling and, oh my gosh, this guy's poor. Let's here help donate to this fund, right? But if they just show one random image, it's not that effective, you know. It's like, okay, whatever, I don't really care. But when you see a video, you get emotionally attached to that, and maybe you might donate to their charity fund or wherever they want you to donate. Just remember, guys, images versus videos, like we talked about, that Facebook videos usually get more engagement compared to images, right? In fact, they get up to 30% more engagement on Facebook, and on Instagram, they get up to 38% more engagement than just standard images. So just keep that in mind. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and select single image or video. Now I do wanna turn on this ad preview because I do want to see what I'm doing here. So I'll go ahead and turn on the ad preview. Then we'll click on add media and click on add video. Now I have already uploaded these to my account, but what you'll do right here is just click on the video and then click on next. Next, we have the actual ad right here, and here we have original and one-in-one. I would not use one-on-one if you are doing 1920 by 1080. If you are using 1920 by 1080 like I showed you guys, just choose the original and then click right here on done. All right, and now you guys can get a good preview of the ad right here, so you'll see how The ad looks great. You know, it looks really nice. It looks really formatted correctly and everything looks good. So now that we have done that, let's add in some primary text to this. So get a website today. All right, get a, ooh, I spelled that wrong. Get a website today. And here we have the actual headline. Now, I recommend putting something in here. Let's see, 100% certified web designer, right? Or something like that. I don't know. You guys get it. You guys can add something. But this headline text, this right here shows right below the actual ad. Let me go ahead and fix that up there. There we go. It shows right there. You guys can see that, right? Makes sense? Let's go ahead and just make sure that refresh. You guys can also get text suggestions. Very interesting. I've never even used that. And then right here, we have some more ad options. So you guys can add another headline if you choose to do that. But I would not get too crazy because that can look very cluttered and it just loses structure. But yeah, you guys will go ahead and fill all this information out. Here we have the call to action. So you can put something like learn more, contact us, book now, or whatever you want to do. Let's make this a little bit more interesting. Here, like we did earlier, you know, like we said the did you know 80% of businesses lose customers from no websites? Let's fix that. Let's make it more interesting, right? All right, that's a lot better, right? Did you know? That's great. I love that. These notices right here, guys, this is just because I'm in Asia and I just get a lot of this stuff. So try to ignore that, you know, sorry about that. But let's go ahead and keep scrolling down here. This is where you're going to enter in the URL. So I'll put in HTTPS. All right. You can also display a different link. So let's say, for example, you don't want to show your website name. You can put something like gogetproduct.com or something like that, right? And then also we have the languages. We also have the tracking as well. This is where you guys would need to add in I believe you guys will need to add in a pixel. I do have a pixel. It's very easy to install it. I'll show you guys another video, but I'll go ahead and skip pixels for now just because I don't want to get off topic here. And keep scrolling down. And once that looks all good and ready, you guys can see the ad on the right side. We'll just click on publish. All right, cool. Now, since I selected A/B split testing earlier, it now brings me to the test setup. If you guys did not select A/B split testing, it'll then just bring you back to the ads manager. But I quickly want to go ahead and just walk you through this. It'll take you like 2 or 3 minutes, and it will help you optimize and tweak your ads accordingly. So right here, I'll click on get started. Now, the first thing I want to do is make a copy of this same ad, right? Let's just first make a copy and click on next. Now, what do I want to test? So basically, I made the ad, right? But I have the second ad that is identical. What do I want to change in this, right? You know, the second one. Well, I maybe want to create a different version of the video, right? So we have one video, but I don't really know if that video is really effective, right? So I want to click on creative, right? So remember, placement is where the ad is. Audience is who is looking at the ad, and creative is the ad itself. So I want to change the ad itself. And instead of the woman, I might want to adjust something a little bit different, right? So let's go ahead and select the woman video, right? And click on next. You see why we did the woman video? Now we know right away that it was the woman, right? So it's, you know, it's adding up. You know, you guys get it right here. So I'll go ahead and say I want to see the key metric, right? So how do I understand which ad is performing better? Well, me personally, I'm going to say whoever gets more clicks to me is the winner, right? That makes more sense. So I'll go ahead and click on duplicate ad test. And now it brings me back to the creative section. So now it's saying, okay, you want to test this? Go ahead and make the changes and then we'll go from there. So it's like, all right, cool. I'm going to change this here to black screen, or here. Black screen ad, right? And for this one right here, I want to change this now, right? So I'm going to remove this and I'm going to add a media and I'm going to add in this one right here with the black screen. So this just helps me remember what I'm doing. So I'll go ahead and click on next. I'll leave this as original. And here we have a preview of the ad and there we go. And what I'll do now is I'll leave all of this blank, or all of this the way it was before, and I'll click on publish. So essentially right now I have created a duplicate copy of this ad. I am targeting the same people. I have the same goal. However, I'm just changing the ad to see if this will actually help me with conversions. All right, cool. Now, once you guys have actually made the changes, it'll tell you that it has been successful. And you guys can actually close this window now, because now at this point, the ad is processing and you guys can see it is basically in review. So I'll go ahead and close this section. All right, so now that we've created the ad, let me just go ahead and walk you guys through what we actually did and just show you how you can preview it from the ads manager. So the first thing is we created this campaign, right? We all know that we did that. So I'll go ahead and click on the web design, NV 30 plus, right? We clicked on that. Now here is the A/B split testing, right? So we have the NV plus 30 copy, which is the split test. And then we also have the original one that we created. Now these are the same audience, okay? So all we did here was we just created 2 tests, but we just changed the actual creative. So if I click on any one of these, it's going to show us the ad, right? So this one right here is actually showing the black screen, right? So this is the one that we are testing. And the other one is testing the female. Because remember how we wanted to split test them? So it basically created 2 ad sets, and it created a design for each one. So that's how you guys can create campaigns, ad sets, and also ads. Hopefully that was easy to understand. Once you guys actually get some information, you guys can go to the account overview, check out the analytics for the ads. But first, let me go ahead and show you guys a campaign that has already been ran, just to give you an idea of what you're going to be looking at, right? So these all right here have been advertised, but I'll just go ahead and do a branding campaign, and I'll click on view charts. So here we have the video ad itself. This was the cost per result, which is 2 cents. It's very low, so that's great. This is the amount that was spent, the through plays. And if we scroll down, we can get a little bit more information about what has happened right here. So on the bottom right here, we can select like, who's clicking the ad, if it's men or women. We can also filter and go ahead and say, all right, the impressions, the reach, the amount spent. You guys can also test to see which platform is performing the best. Like we talked about earlier, I wasn't a big fan of like Messenger. So yeah, but I didn't run it on Messenger, but you might want to split test it on other various platforms. But it looks like their audience network and Instagram and these other platforms are other ways where you guys can display your ads on different platforms. All right, party people, hopefully this part was very helpful for you guys. I explained the difference between campaigns, ad sets, and ads. Also, feel free to check out these other options where you guys can filter and see like delivery. You guys can see like all these other options. There is a lot of other stuff to cover on Facebook ads, like metrics and stuff like that. But I think you guys have a general idea of how to properly run Facebook ads and how you guys can create different campaigns, and also how you can A/B split test them against each other. So with all that said, you guys are now pros, but let me just go ahead and close this out with some other resources that might help you guys with your Facebook ads. Hey guys, so before I let you guys go, let me quickly go ahead and show you guys some free resources and paid resources that you guys can use to help you with your Facebook ads. One good popular website is InVideo.io. This website does have tons of videos where you guys can go through. They do have like a video maker, and they have tons of templates that you guys can pick. You guys can then customize these templates to fit your liking. You can put your company name, or you can change the text. You could swap the images. It's a very helpful resource for Facebook ads. Another really popular one that I personally like the most is Placeit. The reason why I like Placeit is because this website allows you to take video editing a step further, where you can add your logo onto people, onto other participants. Like for example, you can have a Facebook ad right here that showcases your logo, right? So you would upload your logo or your image right here. And this actually works for real videos. So it's not just images. They do actually have software where they show people actively doing something, and they have your brand on their shirt or on their coffee cup. It's really amazing. I highly recommend to check out this website. However, it is a paid resource only, so it does cost around 15 bucks a month. If you guys do want to check it out, I will leave a link below to this website. Next, we have Unsplash. And this used to be a very, very popular website, but Unsplash has just been getting more and more restrictive. And I do really feel like the quality of images here are somewhat lacking compared to when they first got started. When they first got started, they were creating some amazing stuff. Now, a lot of these images are just a little questionable, but you still can find a lot of good free images from Unsplash.com. So be sure to check out Unsplash. Next, we have Freepik. Freepik also has tons of different images that you guys can use. They also do have like vectors, free stuff, free little icon stuff that you guys can use. They have tons of collections. So yeah, if you guys are looking for something to showcase, Freepik is also a very helpful resource. Next, we have Pexels. Pexels is a very popular website that gives you video and also images, right? So right here, I'll just do, I don't know, let's just do professional. I don't know. And then we have a list of photos. Now, all of these are free. It does not cost you anything at all. You guys can also click right here and check out the videos as well. So they do have tons of videos that you guys can go through and use for your Facebook ads. See what this one is right here. It's opening the door for who? Who is that? Some spoiled lady. I love this, you know, she's so like, I am so the shit. It's like, oh, come on, lady, you know. But also we have Storyblocks. Now this website is in conjunction with Audio Blocks and Video Blocks, right? They're all the same website. So I'll click on video right here. I believe they're all like one website now. So I'll just do Sky, right? Yeah, storyblocks.com. And here you guys can get more videos of just like thousands and thousands of videos. And I like these websites because they're a little bit more cheaper. If you guys do go to Shutterstock or Getty Images, they're extremely expensive. You'll pay like $200 a video, and they're really not that good anyways. Like they're a ripoff, they're a scam, you know. So definitely check out these websites for high quality images and videos to help you with your Facebook ads. So party people, hopefully this tutorial helped you guys out. I really spent a lot of time to make this video, so make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this video, and until then, I will see all of you party people in the next video, guys. Take care.